What's up, everybody? Okay, so before we did a test about Asperger's, and we did a test about imposter. What was it called? It was imposter something. Sorry, my memory's a little weird sometimes. Imposter syndrome. That was the word I was looking for. Syndrome. Well, this time we're going to do a basic mental health assessment that I found. It is on testyourself.psychtests.com. I'll put a link in the description for this one. For the website itself, you can go take any tests that are on there. I will say this is probably not a valid, resource to see what you have, but it is very neat to see what this thing thinks I have. So we're doing this for fun. This is not for, clarification on anything. I just want to see what this thing thinks that I have, because I'm pretty clear on what my mental disorders are. Anxiety, depression, DID, some slight medical and accident-based PTSD, stuff like that. Maybe a little bit Asperger's. There are some things I need to get tested on professionally, like the Asperger's one. Like, I scored very high on that. Really need to go get that tested when I get a chance. But anyway, this is 60 questions in about 15 minutes. I'll probably get it done before then. So let's do it. Let's see what this says. As soon as it loads, because for some reason this thing wants to take forever. There it goes. Oh, scientifically validated, so maybe it does actually tell you. Caring for the mind is as important as caring for the body. Sid Garza-Hillman. I don't know who that is. Somebody enlighten me. Who is that? Are you thinking about seeking help with the help of a therapist? If certain issues have been causing problems in your life and you aren't sure how to make necessary changes, therapy can help. With the help of a professional, you can get out of the unhealthy cognitive, emotional, and behavioral pattern. Therapy does do that, I guess. Fill out the following questionnaire truthfully, paying special attention to the specified time period to which questions refer. The results will only be helpful if you answer in an honest and complete manner. After finishing the test, you will receive a full report with detailed, personalized interpretation of all your results, introductions, graphs, and some practical advice. Okay, let's do it. The questions below ask about anxiety and worrying. In the last 6 months, have you experienced any of the following symptoms? If so, how often? Number 1, I was very anxious, worried, or scared about a lot of things in my life. Yeah, constantly. That's a thing. I felt that my worry was out of control. Kind of in between sometimes and constantly. I felt restless, agitated, frantic, or tense. Sometimes. I had trouble sleeping. I could not fall or stay asleep, and/or didn't feel well rested when I woke up. Yeah, I'm pretty tired in the morning. Sometimes people experience a sudden unexpected wave of intense anxiety or panic, usually lasting not more than 15 minutes. In the past 6 months, did you experience such an attack with any of the following symptoms? If so, how strong were they? My heart was pounding, or my heart rate increased. We're going to say moderate, I guess, because there's nothing in between moderate and severe. I was sweating profusely. I don't really sweat that much when I get anxious. I'm weird that way. Like, I did sweat a little bit, but it wasn't like, wasn't like dripping. Definitely mild. My hands, like, the entire body were shaking, trembling, and felt tingly. Yes, that is a huge one. I had difficulty breathing or swallowing. Moderate. I had trouble breathing. Like, that was the thing. In the last 6 months, did you experience any of the following symptoms? If so, how strong? I had pain in my chest, almost like I was having a heart attack. It was mild. I felt sick to my stomach, like I was going to throw up or had the runs. I'm not going to say the actual word. Moderate. I felt dizzy, my head was spinning, or felt like I was going to faint. Moderate. I had cold or hot flashes. Did I? No. I was scared that I would lose control, go crazy, or die. Yes. How frequently did you experience panic attacks in the last 6 months? Oh, that's a loaded question. I would say a few times a week. I've had good days. Did you purposely avoid situations or activities in which you might experience a panic attack? I tried. Yeah, I tried. Didn't work. I'm mad they didn't have an I tried option. Like, things happen. The next set of questions, we'll be asking whether you experienced a traumatic event and how you reacted to it. How did you experience a traumatic event? Directly, I was a victim of a traumatic event. Yeah. I witnessed it in person happening to somebody else. Can you be traumatized by somebody else? Is that a thing? I'm sorry if I sound ignorant, but that seems a little weird. Maybe it's just my brain thinking it's weird. Did I happen to see anything that would... Oh, I get it. It's like you know, it's like a car accident or somebody getting shot or something. I get that. So it's not as weird now that I really think about it. Sometimes you gotta stop and think. No, not really. I learned about it happening to a close family member or friend. No. I was supposed to do it as a result of my job. Paramedic, police officer, firefighter, etc. No. And last month, did you experience any of the following symptoms caused by a traumatic event? Choose no or yes for each option. I'm haunted by memories, flashbacks, and nightmares about the event. Yeah. It happens. I've lost trust in humanity and myself, being expecting the worst of others and of situations. Ooh, we're getting deep. Honestly, kinda. I don't want to be that person who's like, I lost all faith in humanity. Oh, humanity. Like, I don't want to be that dramatic, but yeah, there are times I do feel that way. I frequently feel fear, guilt, shame, or blame myself or others for what happened. Yeah, I blame myself a lot. I lost interest in activities I used to enjoy. Yeah. I became irritable or enraged because of minor issues or for no reason at all. Yeah. And last month, did you experience any of the following symptoms caused by a traumatic event? Choose yes or no for each option. Reckless, drunkenness, serious? No. Vigilant, tense, or on guard, or jumpy? Yeah, that's constant. Trouble focusing, concentrating, or remembering things? Sounds like me. I purposely avoided anything that reminded me of the event, certain people, places, objects, and activities. Yeah. I was unable to feel happiness, contentment, joy, or love, or had trouble connecting with people. Wait, hold on a second. In last month. In last month? No. Not in the last month, but I have felt that in the past. The next set of questions focus on feelings of sadness. In the past year, did you experience any of the following symptoms for at least 2 weeks? So how strong were they? I frequently felt sad, like I couldn't go on. Moderate. I stopped having fun doing things I used to enjoy. I'm gonna say mild for that one. I lost or gained weight without trying to, or my appetite changed. Okay, I'll be real with you, that's mild. Like, I am more active, but I haven't been eating as much. No, my appetite's, like, different for some reason. I felt slowed down compared to my usual pace. That's about moderate. In the past year, did you experience any of the these 2 weeks? I felt exhausted. Yeah, severely. I felt wordless or guilty. Yeah. I kept thinking about death or taking my own life. No, I actually have not had any of those thoughts, surprisingly enough. Thank goodness. I'm glad I didn't. I've had those in the past, but I haven't had them recently. The sadness I was feeling made it difficult for me to function in my personal, social, or work life. Mild. I still do this because I like doing it. Some people experience periods of time where they suddenly feel extremely excited, bursting with energy, and like they can do anything. Such periods are often, but not always, accompanied by a period where they feel depressed. In the past year, did you experience any of the following symptoms for at least 1 week? If so, how strong were they? I experienced an unusually elevated mood, where I was elated, energetic, and irritable. Or irritable. Moderate. I had a sudden burst of confidence, or felt like I was better than everyone else. I never think I'm better than anybody else. Like, what's with that? I'll say mild because I had a sudden burst of confidence. Like, I really did. I had periods of time when I needed little or no sleep, yet functioned as well as, or better than usual. No. No. My mind was flooded with thoughts, and I talked more or faster than usual. I've never had anybody tell me to slow down. But my mind was flooded with thoughts, I'll say mild. In the past year, did you experience any of the following symptoms for at least 1 week? If so, how strong were they? I started to tackle multiple goals and activities at once, more than I usually would, or jumped from one interest to another in an attempt to do it all. Moderate, I do that. I got involved in fun things that in hindsight could have had negative consequences. Carefree, unprotected intercourse, shopping sprees, unwise investments, excessive gambling, no, didn't do any of that. I experienced extreme mood swings from depression to elation without any apparent reason. No. The mood changes I experienced kept me from living with my fullest, or required me to be hospitalized to prevent myself harm. No, no hospitalization for me. Been there, done that, don't want to do it again. In the last year, I've used the following substances. If so, how often? Alcohol, never. Cannabis, never. Hallucinogens, never. I am clean. Inhalants, glue, aerosol, lead, what the fuck? No. I don't do any of that stuff. I'm straight edge. I don't do that thing. Opioids, no. Sedatives, no. Stimulants, cocaine, ecstasy, speed, no. Other substance not listed. A few times a month, I guess. If caffeine counts, they aren't really saying it. Like, I feel like other substance not listed counts as caffeine. So I'm going to put that. Because I did break code and I felt very bad about it. In the last year, which of the following caused you the most problems socially, at work or school, or in your personal life? Other stuff not listed. Yeah, the caffeine was bad. Like, it really hit me. In the last 6 months, to experience any of the following symptoms related to use of the problematic substance? Yes or no? I tried to cut it down, but ended up using it more or for longer than I expected. Yeah. I continue to use the substance despite the fact that it was affecting my relationships. Arguments with friends or family got me in trouble or affected my health. Yep. I experienced cravings or withdrawal symptoms when I wasn't using it. Sweating, increased pulse rate, tremors, digestive problems, hallucinations, anxiety, headache, fatigue and drowsiness, sleep problems, after weight changes, restlessness, depression, irritability, yeah. I spent a lot of time covering up my use, planning ahead to make sure I would have enough of the substance to get me through the day. I didn't really cover it up that much. I just drank soda. I used substance in situations in which it was physically dangerous to do so during work. No. It's literally just soda. I think this thing's acting like I'm taking hard drugs or something. No, I'm not. I had to take the substance in increasing amounts in order to achieve the effect I wanted. Nah. Okay, let's see what it says. Okay, let's see. Okay, only the following conditions are assessed. Substance use disorder, major depressive disorder, manic episodes, bipolar, post-traumatic stress, generalized anxiety, panic disorder, and panic attacks. Okay. What do I have? Substance use disorder, 50%. Oh yeah, I'm cutting off my caffeine, and that's a nightmare to try to do. Major depressive disorder, 59. Obviously. Manic episodes, 29. Okay. Bipolar disorder, 0. Thank you. Post-traumatic stress disorder, 67. Generalized anxiety disorder, 90. Oh my god. Panic disorder, 64. Panic attacks, 60. I've never taken this test before. I wouldn't know what to do on here to get these kind of results. Like, I think the one that stands out, though, is it says, bipolar, 0%. What more proof do I need that I don't have that? Like, jeez. I'm still so salty over the fact that I was misdiagnosed with that stupid disorder. Like, I feel bad for anybody who has it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that, you know, anyone who has it is dumb or anything. I just hate that I was misdiagnosed with it. I think it's annoying. Because they didn't understand what DIT or any of the other stuff I was dealing with was. And, you know, like I said before, I've already been evaluated a bunch. I don't have bipolar, so it makes sense that it would be 0. Honestly, though, like, for all these other ones to be so freaking high, like, that kind of scares me a little bit. Oh, there's actually more info. Give me a second. Okay, likely diagnosis. You had symptoms in several categories of disorders covered in this test. This suggests that you should probably consult with a mental health professional for further testing or treatment. Believe me, I'm trying. Especially if you are distressed about the symptoms you're experiencing. Fine. I'm fine for right now. There most certainly a treatment out there for you. Okay. Major depressive disorder, score of 59. Diagnostic results, positive. Tentative, positive, diagnosis confirmed. Detected symptoms. You frequently felt depressed, sad, empty, or hopeless. You were less or no longer interested in activities that you enjoyed in the past. You lost and gained a significant amount of weight, or your appetite increased or decreased. You felt restless or agitated or slowed down. You frequently felt tired or low energy. You experienced feelings of worthlessness or extreme guilt. You had difficulty concentrating making decisions. The depressive symptoms you experienced resulted in distress and affect your day-to-day functioning. Fair enough. PTSD, score 67. Positive, tentative and positive diagnosis confirmed. You directly experienced a traumatic event, i.e., medical stuff and flipping over on a truck. And a bunch of other car accidents. It was bad. You had recurrent and disturbing memories, flashbacks, and or nightmares about the traumatic event. You went out of your way to avoid thinking about the past and or stayed away from anything that reminded you of the trauma. Persistent excessive negative beliefs about yourself, others, and situations in general. Persistent negative emotions. So basically just, it's reiterating what I said on here. There's a lot to this. Less or non-interested in activities you enjoyed. Irritated easily or had an angry or person with little or no provocation. Excessively vigilant or easily startled. I am jumpy. That is worth noting. You had difficulty remembering details of the trauma and or problem staying focused. Your sleep pattern was disturbed. And it's basically, you can just see the answers that I chose and explain throughout this to know what I got. But I want to go down for a second and see what I can find about... You do not appear to have any symptoms of bipolar. This does not exclude you from depression or mania, but you show no signs of the mood shifts that this disorder entails. Okay, so that's all it says about that one. Okay. So basically, basically what I told you at the beginning. What I had. Boom. Test. Says, hey. It's hey you, this is what you got. Better go talk to somebody. Better go to the therapist. Walk on down and say, hey doc, fix me up. Nah, I'm not gonna talk like that the whole time, but honestly, that is a very interesting test. And the fact that they said it was scientifically viable, that throws me for a loop, because it read me like a book. Wow. As much as I had fun with that, it was very, blunt with what it was saying, and it's just kind of hey, guess what? This is your problem, and sure enough, it got me. If you want to do this test for yourself, I'll leave a link to this and the website in the description below, because honestly, this stuff's fun. I wouldn't take this as a diagnosis, obviously, but I would say to try it out, because this is interesting. And if you find that you have a high score, get some help. Because honestly, a lot of the stuff that I've learned to deal with, somebody else might struggle with. I deal with this stuff in my own way. More often than not, I'm sleeping through it. Or doing this, because this helps. But my ways will not always help. Pointing that out. Anywho, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you stopping by. I always do. If you like what I do here, like, comment, subscribe, all that good kind of stuff. Really helps me a lot, especially with this algorithm. It is a mess. And remember, you're beautiful, you're valued, you're important. That is very, very, very important to me and everyone up here. And I will see you in the next video that we make. So until then, goodbye.